Football match counts. Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Brandon here, and today I've got to tell you something.
You gonna keep playing hide tag, or you gonna holler at your boy?
Now she's walking backwards.
Badder than, bad from me born. Where you get your mother from? Thing where me get, coulda come from Afghanistan. They no want see this cross, make me have it on me hand.
Sha-la-la, la-la-la-la-la. Boom, boom, sha-la-la.
They don't call me Sean Stevens for nothing.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way,
And who am I here with today?
Mark Livesey.
You're here with Mr. Murphy.
Rosalind Tuckwell.
Mr. Jenkinson, teacher of maths.
Okay, we're just going to ask you some questions about our year for our Leavers video. What is your best memory with our year?
I reckon if I could track back, I'd go back to Skern Lodge when you were like year sevens. You were a bunch of absolute crazy nutters down in Skern Lodge.
I have many memories because I've been a tutor for 5 years, but I do remember Charlie Morris in year Form 1 doing this, running the 1500 and being about a lap ahead of everyone else.
I'm pretty sure I had your year for cricket a couple of times. Vaguely remember Riley Curtis charging down the wicket in some way, shape or form.
Probably the time you got banned from Whipsonade Zoo. That was a highlight.
The amount of sports fixtures, the basketball, the football, the athletics. This year's football team have been great.
What else? I had your year for basketball for quite a few years, very successfully.
You know, when you were little, Skern Lodge, because you were pliable and lovely. Now you're just grumpy, angry teenagers. So I'm more the sports things at the moment.
So, yeah, some really good memories, actually. I like your year group.
How would you describe our year?
Varied, very varied.
Politely, very nice.
Loud and very critical and very opinionated.
Awful.
What's nice about your year group is there's so many different personalities in it, and you can see these little groups around and you can see how they fit together, but actually they kind of all merge into a nice kind of year group. But
full of characters. Never afraid to say what you want.
Terrible.
There's quite a lot of jokers in there, but then there's quite serious kids. So a nice varied year group. I think you've got a good spread of a type of a year group, which is quite nice to see. You're not all one size does not fit all.
Genuinely disgusting.
And how have we been to teach?
Overall, probably frustrating. Again, very loud, very opinionated, very critical.
I've enjoyed every moment.
If I was to gauge that solely off doing tutor time with Form 5, okay, I would say every day is a new day.
The worst I've ever taught by.
There's some days when teaching you guys is absolutely hilarious. It makes you love your job. And there's other days when you walk out and you look at yourself in the mirror and go, what could I have done with my life? But actually, do you know what? That's what keeps you on your toes. You're quite enjoyable to teach. You've all got your different personalities, which I quite enjoy.
If you could say, is there one thing that sets us apart from other year groups?
You started secondary school in COVID, didn't you? So I suppose that sets you apart quite a lot, because none of you did any work for most of the first year.
Your ability not to tuck your shirts in.
I think because I've been a tutor for 5 years, I've got to know many of you very well. So that has, meant something extra as opposed to the other years, just knowing from a teaching point of view. So overall, it does mean a lot to me.
Just how bad a year group you are.
Puffer jacket wearing, yeah. I've never known no year group in school wears as many puffer jackets as the Form 5. So I don't know if it's a generational thing.
You have your fair share of characters.
And always the same puffer jacket.
Ed Niven kicking and that stone and breaking the door, that was a good one.
And always, no matter the temperatures, I'm roasting now, there's still kids in your year group rocking the puffer jacket, which is quite impressive.
Briskilly's playground antics on a regular occasion.
And the fact that many of you own perfectly black trainers instead of school shoes, which is quite odd, yeah? Or a pair of Vans Murph, as he says. Okay.
I've enjoyed teaching the design technology group, actually. I know that you were a part of that.
Yeah, best DT group.
Yeah, best DT group.
But no, do you know what? I think you lads, you've always taken a bit every word of advice with a nice sense of humour, and you're a great bunch of kids. You're always pliable.
Some character. I mean, Joe Gorham. Oh yeah, I don't know enough said Joe Gorham.
Yeah, taking you guys on football tours and things like that has been a great fun. You think you're funny, but you're not. So I would say most of you, it's probably your lack of sense of humour that sets you apart from other year groups as well. All right.